Hey everyone, welcome back to On the Fence for Movie Reviews. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Rob.
So today we're going to be talking about Lion King. Will it have you feeling the love tonight? Or should you be prepared for another live action letdown? All right, Rob, let's jump right into it. What did you like about this film?
All right, Adrian. I thoroughly enjoyed Timon and Pumbaa. What did you like about this film?
Wow.
Okay, no, for real.
it, huh?
For real. So there are a few things I enjoyed about this film.
Okay, what are they?
One was the CG.
Okay.
I thought I was watching National Geographic for a second.
Okay.
And yes, the Timon and Pumbaa are the standout in this movie. They had me laughing through certain parts of their interactions with each other, interactions with the other characters.
Okay.
But unfortunately, those were the only few things that were a positive in my eyes. And
For you, that's where it stops.
for me, that is where the buck stops, which I'm very disappointed about. But what did you like about it, Adrian? I'm sure you're going to have plenty of thoughts, right? All the stuff you enjoyed
I
about the Lion King.
am going to say pretty much the same thing.
All right.
Timon and Pumbaa were very hilarious. They worked very well. To me, they were probably the best of the voice actors that were in the film there. Seth Rogen laughing as Pumbaa is pretty funny, but that's about it. The CG was phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
Disney really flexed its muscle when it came to that aspect of the film. Like the digital animation, everything was phenomenal, but it kind of just stops right there. And so I guess we can jump right into our next question. What did you not like about the film?
All right. So here's the thing. Lion King is, up until Toy Story came around, Lion King was my favorite Disney animation.
Okay.
So I had very high standards for this movie. And yes, I was comparing the cartoon Lion King, 94, right?
Yep.
To this Lion King, live action, if you will.
That's debatable.
Anyways, so okay, so when you say the CG is so realistic, and you're probably going to touch on this too, that's like one of its strengths, but also I felt like one of its weaknesses because it was so realistic that these animals didn't show any emotion. In particular, the lions. There were certain parts of this movie where they have all the lionesses together, and throughout the movie I was kind of picking up on this, and we're one shot where it pans across. There's maybe like 7, 8 of them, and I tried to catch all of their faces, and they all looked the same, which was a little like disappointing because
it was hard to distinguish which one was which.
Yes, and you know what? I just, for whatever reason, it felt like this movie's longer than the cartoon, but it felt like everything was just like every conversation was just like super rushed. Like I didn't have time to like bask in what the conversations they were talking about. I just felt like particular. Like when Nala and Simba meet up again, I feel like it was just like, hey, Nala, hey, Simba, hey, where have you been? And it was just kind of like super quick. And I was just kind of like, they were supposed, I don't know, there was no emotion connected with these, with the characters.
Yeah.
I felt also the voice actors, they just, like it wasn't, I don't know, I feel like they were just reading a script as opposed to maybe having more emotion with the script. Man, I'm trying to, you know what? A big thing for me was Scar. It was, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy Irons did.
The original Scar. Yeah.
Very menacing to me. I just did not feel that with this Scar. Like I did, like it was just the way he talked. Like I feel like it was like there was emotion and evil in his voice. And with this Scar, I feel like he was just like, yeah, so you made me miss my food, Zazu. And it just didn't feel as menacing. And that was kind of a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I feel like the song, the songs didn't connect as well like they did with the cartoon. It just, I mean, if I'm gonna put like a stamp on this of what really didn't work for me, it was just I didn't feel connected to these characters that I felt connected to since I was a child.
Okay.
And yeah, so I mean that's just kind of those are the some of my
some.
Yes, just some of my dislikes.
Okay.
And what did you not like about this movie?
A lot of the same things that you were saying.
Okay. All right.
Again, with its greatest strength is also its greatest weakness.
Okay.
And I think, part of that, with the voice acting, right, where we're talking about not being able to see the emotions in the characters, I think that might damper some of what the actors are trying to do, because it was hard to feel the emotion if you don't see it on screen, and then not really hearing it in their voices. To me, the voice acting was very lackluster. I didn't really feel the connection to the characters. And more to your point, the other point was it is longer, but in a weird way, it felt rushed, because I don't know how that's possible, because watching this one, and I had watched the original not too long ago, about a week or two ago, and it just, I'm trying to think, what did they add that made it longer, and it was weird, but the scenes were very quick, and like to the one that you talked about, when they're in the jungle and Simba meets Nala again, it was very rushed, and it was like, oh, hi, can you feel the love tonight? And then it was like, all right, I'm going back now. Like, it was just kind of, it felt very rushed, and then can you feel the love tonight, when it takes place during the daytime?
Yes.
I guess might say, like, can I feel the love today? I don't know.
It doesn't have the same ring.
No, it just, for me, this film just does not have the magic that the original animated film. Because I know when you ask people what are their favorite Disney animated films, Lion King is usually in that top tier.
Yes, it is.
But it's sad, because this one, for me, when you talk about live action remakes, this one is probably at the bottom as far as like the quality, everything. And it's disappointing to me, because I'm a huge fan of John Favreau, and his work has always been pretty solid for the most part. He has some misses, and sad to say this is one of his misses.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed Jungle Book, which is actually probably my favorite live action remake.
Yeah, probably mine too.
And to have him go from that to this, and this one is basically almost a shot-for-shot remake.
Yes.
And if you're gonna do something like that, you can't help but compare it to the original.
Right.
And it just does not measure up at all.
Okay.
At least like when we had Aladdin a few months back, they tried to change it up a little bit, and there was still some entertaining stuff. Will Smith put his own spin on Genie,
right?
And so it felt somewhat fresh. Here, nothing feels fresh. It just feels like we're gonna remake everything and make it all look photorealistic, and that's about it. So when you have poor voice acting, poor, the songs, like what you said, did not land, it just makes for a very lackluster film, and that's the frustrating thing for me when it comes to these live action remakes. Now I'm going to go off in a little bit of a tangent here, but the live action remakes feel a little bit more like they're just a cash grab. Aside from, really, for me, Jungle Book, a lot of them are either just okay or not good at all.
Okay.
And you know what? It just feels like Disney is just trying to bank in on the nostalgia, because nostalgia sells. And for me, it just doesn't work. Now, I think for me, the last one is really Mulan. I saw the trailer, and that looked really, really good.
Okay.
I hope that they do something a little different with it. I hope that they make it a little more serious, and hopefully they can stick the landing with them, because if they don't, and it's just another one of these boring live action remakes that are pretty much the exact same thing. Peace, I'm out. I don't think I can get on board with these anymore.
I understand what you're saying. I feel like I am with you with that, but also, obviously it's Disney, and they're doing everything they do is to make money. But also I feel like maybe aside from maybe you who will show your child the old classic,
Yeah.
there are probably maybe parents today who will not go that far to maybe find a VHS or.
Yeah.
And so this is maybe just it's.
People still have VHSs?
You know what? My dad still has a VHS.
Really?
So yeah, and he has an Atari. So don't judge
There
us.
you go.
But anyways, so I understand the retelling of these stories. They're just not for me.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them. Like you said, Jungle Book. See, here's the thing with Jungle Book, and not to talk about another movie, but Jungle Book, I saw those emotions in those animal characters.
Yeah.
Which I did not see.
But also too, the voice acting was really good.
Yes, it was.
You know, Shere Khan was great.
Yes.
I can't remember the actor who played him right now off the top of the head, but Shere Khan was great. Christopher Walken as King Louis was really good.
Awesome.
You know, to what they did with it to change it up just a little bit. Bill Murray as Baloo. It was great.
Yeah,
and they swerved you at the end. It didn't end the same
Idris
way.
Elba was Shere Khan.
That's right, and I love Idris Elba.
Yes.
He's very good.
Yes. Um,
And they kind of they change up the ending a little bit, and it works.
Yeah. Even the song that they changed with Christopher Walken, the man, like I want to be a man, or
no, that's King Louis. That's Christopher Walken.
I'm sorry, King Louis. That song, the
Wanna
way
Be Just Like You.
I want to be like you. It's changed enough, but it still has that feel of it, and it's just like it works. Like he's not full on singing. He's kind of like talking, but it works. But the stuff they did with Lion King didn't work. And then one particular shot that is one that always sticks in my head is, and it looked good at first, is when the wildebeest stampede and it's swooping down and you see Simba. And it kind of like it's far back, and it comes up to him in his ears and everything, and then you see the dread in his face.
Yeah.
Like I was looking for stuff like that, and it's just
there's nothing there.
It wasn't there,
No.
and I didn't feel like, oh man, like obviously I know what's gonna happen, but even when I watched the cartoon, like I felt that because of the emotion. So that's just stuff like that kind of just didn't land with me. So
yeah. So with all that being said, which is a mouthful, are you gonna get off the fence, or what are you doing?
All right, so I feel like I've kind of like said everything I wanted to say about this movie. So what I will say is, I am going to get my bucket of popcorn.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my VHS.
Okay.
And pop in my VHS tape of The Lion King from 1994, and push play and sit right on the fence and watch that movie.
Okay.
So, what about you, Adrian? I'm
not
not going back to the theater
go watch his
to
old,
watch. Nope, I'm going to watch my VHS
his
where I got to
old,
adjust the tracking.
4x3.
Yes. What about
TV
you?
screen. I am gonna get off the fence.
Okay.
Go back into my house.
All right.
Maybe read a newspaper.
Okay, newspaper.
Read a couple of articles. I don't know. And not watch this film.
All right.
I thought about it as before we started shooting. I was thinking, do I say even get off the fence just because it's a visual achievement to go see on a big screen, because that's where you'll get most of the effect. But even then, I would say maybe not. I would just say maybe wait for April when Disney does their nature series during Earth Day.
Okay.
Because at least those are a little more entertaining than this film.
Yes.
That's saying a lot, because it's like, it's live animals, and the cinematography and those things are really great, and they're cute and entertaining. But here, I don't know. There's no real redeeming qualities.
I hear you.
So anyway, I'm just not gonna recommend this film.
All right.
Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in and watching. Why don't you comment down below and let us know what you thought of the live-action Lion King film. And also, don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, and follow us on social media.
And remember, we'll catch you on the fence.